Hey, good morning, friends. Jack is right here. Hey, Jack, say hi. And good morning and happy Monday. It's a little bit later in the day than normal. I ran into my friends Cheryl and Earl, and so this is at the end of my walk rather than at the beginning of my walk. So it's a little bit later, and it's a little bit different perspective. Still beautiful, but there wasn't much of a sunrise this morning anyway, so this is kind of beautiful and pretty, but it kind of leads me to what I want to talk about too, and that is so much of life is about perspective. And I've been kind of feeling, I don't know what the word is, down, I guess is the best word, and I have a couple of friends right now who are really overwhelmed with life's difficulties and life's problems. And not to diminish those things, they're hard. Life is hard, life is tough. But too often we have the wrong perspective, and we're so focused on the here and now. How did Jesus survive the cross? It says that it was the joy set before him. And the joy that we have set before us is heaven, and it's a heavenly reward. You know, it talks about in James, I think it's verse 12, he promises the crown of life to those who push through difficult and hard things, because it shows him that we love him. That's how we show love for Christ, is pushing through the hard things. Another way of saying that is pushing through the hard things and believing that God's at work, and knowing that God's at work, even though life is hard and life is difficult. And as I was sitting in church yesterday, we were singing, and I was overwhelmed with this thought, and I've shared it with you before. We need to gaze at Jesus and glance at our problems. The proper perspective is always keeping Christ first and foremost in front of us, and pressing towards that, and trusting that he has gone to prepare a place for us, and that he has great rewards for those of us who persevere and those of us who push through the difficult and hard things. And remember too, God is not concerned with our comfort. He's concerned with making us holy and making us like him and preparing us for heaven. So, it's not that God ignores our comfort, but that's not primary on his agenda. His primary agenda is to sanctify us and to make us like Christ. So anyway, I really kind of laid a lot on you this morning, but it boils down to this: your perspective. And your perspective is not the here and now. Your perspective is on the future, future glory. We're pilgrims in this world, and we're just passing through. And let's never forget that. And also keep the perspective of gazing at Jesus and glancing at our problems. Hey, listen, have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. God's at work. Trust that and believe that. And especially if you're feeling overwhelmed. And above all else, remember, God is good all the time, everywhere.